Alright guys, Thrill Me Thursday time. Let's talk about top 5 final guys, which I think is a cool topic because we always get top 5 final girls. So I really like the fact that we got a list this week for top 5 final guys. And this one was a hard one to do because there were actually more that I thought than 5, and I like that, and I think that's really cool. But my top 5, let's get started. Dr. Gordon from Saw. This character to me is such a cool character. Carrie Elways plays him, and I really like that this is a character that continues on in the series. But I like the fact that this character, how interesting this character is, how he loses it, how his family's life is on the line, and he's stuck here. And by the end of the movie, he makes it out, but at what cost? He makes it out where he becomes Jigsaw's associate, and I think that that is really a cool way to keep this guy going in the franchise, even though he's not in many movies. But I like that he continues on in the films and is connected in a way where he's the final character, but he continues on, and I think that's a pretty cool one. Because usually final characters get killed off in the next movie. Or just don't appear. So I appreciated that this character stayed alive, and I really did like him a lot, and Carrie Elways did a great job playing him. Number 4 would be Jesse from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, where this character is interesting too because it's also a gay character on this list, and I think that that is something you don't get a lot of. So I think that that's awesome as well. But this character in particular, I just think this is a cool character because he is like the literal Scream Queen, but as a boy, and I do like Mark Patton a lot. I think he's great in this movie, and he's so likable, and he's such a good character. And I really think that he does a great job in this movie, and I really think that Jesse is a great final character in this franchise, and he's one of my favorites overall. Number 3 would be Brent from The Loved Ones, and Brent is a character that doesn't really say much, but the torture that this character goes through with Lola, I think is really fascinating and really horrifying. Like he makes it with all these losses, with getting just tortured and abused by this psycho girl and her father, where it's so unnerving watching this character get so tortured and dismembered. And by the end of the movie, whenever he makes it, it feels very good and very satisfying because of all the shit he goes through, and all because he just said no to Lola to take her to the dance. So I really thought that that is a very simple premise, but I like how this character makes it through that way. I think that that's very fascinating, and I really just thought, even though he doesn't have much going for them, I think that he is a fine final character. I do like him a lot. Number 2 would be Alex from the Final Destination film, where Alex is this character who, by the end of the movie, is one of the final characters. He's not the final one, but the way that this character is written, I think, is interesting because this character is stuck trying to cheat death. Like he is literally on death row every day. Like after he and his friends survived this premonition of this ordeal of a airplane going down and crashing. So I really think that this character is fascinating, and how he is so smart in just trying to one up death and trying to figure out a way to eventually break the chain. I think feels more like feels better than like the other sequels, even though I do enjoy all the sequels. But this character really tried hard to live his life and continue on, and he did survive until the end of this one movie. Of course he didn't in the second one, but I think that in this movie it's a really cool, interesting character. I really do like him a lot. I think he's really just a good, smart final character, and I think that that works really well. Number 1, of course, is Ash Williams. How can you not pick anybody else? Because Ash is just one of those hilarious, funny, and just over the top characters that Bruce Campbell plays, and Bruce Campbell is so awesome and so entertaining in all of these movies. In the first movie, he's just kind of this quiet type, and then in the second one, he becomes more over the top and silly, and he gets the chainsaw arm, and then as the series goes along, he gets more and more ridiculous. But I think that the charm in this movie with this character is so great, and that he's memorable for a reason. You really do remember Ash as this badass character, but he's also a doofus, and I think that that makes it even more funnier because Bruce Campbell just does a good job of like going back and forth with this character being kind of dumb, but also being like a badass hero. But he also has his screw ups, and I think that that makes him a great final character. I really like him, and that's why he's my number one. And that is my top five final guys. And check out Hey Isn't That Devon Graham's playlist where he will put all the Thrill Me Thursdays videos there, so check everybody else's out. And thank you guys so much for watching.